Hello folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. Please watch this video till end. Kindly hit the subscribe button. Luca Tulin of Coronation Street has voiced his delight at Mason Radcliffe's explosive comeback. Luca plays Mason Radcliffe, the wicked bully who has been tormenting innocent Liam Connor for months. Liam just had a crisis point when the bullying became so severe that he considered suicide. His family now understands what Mason has been putting them through, and the tide has begun to swing against his reign of terror, though there are still more twists ahead. Luca, 20, remarked regarding his forthcoming return, "It's wonderful to be back. The 3-month holiday was enjoyable for the first few weeks, but eventually became overwhelming, so coming back and delving into a tale that I now believe is really significant for my character because it allows me to learn more about Mason's past is a pleasure." When asked about the impact of Mason's return on Dylan Wilson, he stated that it will depend on Dylan's reaction to Mason. "I believe Mason will approach Dylan with an open mind and will not completely end their relationship. Deep down, I believe he wants to keep a little bit of the door open for Dylan, and if Dylan comes forward and tries to make apologies, Mason may be open to that." He went on to say, "As for everyone else on the street, I think he's simply trying to do his best right now, especially after a difficult period in jail and a difficult life thus far. Mason is striving to keep his head above water and will do whatever it takes to live, even if it means acting nice or altering his life." Luca has stated that while the feedback he has received from fans has been overwhelmingly positive, there are some drawbacks to portraying the villain. "There's a very small minority of people who get so invested in it that they can't separate it from me, which I understand to some extent because I think we all do it when we're watching TV or films and we dislike a character, but I think it's a step further to then go online and start growing. But I understand because a program like Corey is so constant and true to life." He described an event in which he was known as Mason, even with his trousers off. "I don't know if this is TNI, but I was literally in the gym, getting ready to go to the sauna, and you had to take your trousers off," he recounted. "So I'm there butt naked, and I hear someone say, 'Oi, Mason.' I'm simply sitting there. But I think it's all tongue-in-cheek. People aren't stupid." Kit Green spent the day with Craig Tinker on Monday's episode of Coronation Street with one purpose in mind: to get him drunk. Kit is Bernie's long-lost son. He came a few weeks ago and was presented as a police officer assisting D.S. Swain with Lauren Bolton's murder investigation. Amidst all of this, Kit was getting to know Paul and Gemma, his new siblings. He initially saw them from a distance, supporting Paul and Billy in the hospital parking lot and Gemma when she was detained for stealing some shoes. Kit eventually confronted Gemma and Paul, confirming their link but in a way that made Bernie appear awful. These heated situations revealed Kit's skill at manipulating. In tonight's episode of the ITV serial, he took advantage of this once more to discover more about his colleague Craig. Kirk met Craig on the street after telling Kit that he is an excellent police officer and an extremely honest man. Kit drew Craig in by raising the possibility of working in CID again, and informed him they'd be spending time conducting some research on the nurse who indicated Lauren had returned, followed by a few pints as a reward for a job well done. Kit enjoyed purchasing pint after pint for Craig at the pub. The more he drank, the more honest he got, and ultimately the topic of conversation shifted to twisted coppers and breaking the rules. Kit remained quiet as Craig described earlier assisting a loved one who had gotten into trouble. Kit was determined to find his secret, and he came extremely near, but Craig declared he'd take that information with him to the cemetery. Roy Cropper is desperate to resume his usual life on Coronation Street. The popular face was sentenced to prison earlier this year for the murder of Lauren Bolton, which he did not commit. During a special week of episodes in May, we learned that solicitor Joel Deering was responsible for the attack on Lauren, but he successfully framed Nathan Curtis, resulting in Roy's release. Earlier this week, the ITV soap provided another narrative bombshell, revealing that Lauren was genuinely alive. In an episode that showed more about Lauren and Joel's poisonous relationship, it was discovered that Joel had been manipulating Lauren since September of last year when they first met. Thanks for watching this video. Take care.